guys, welcome to Amy's grammar class. Today I'm gonna teach you what is present perfect tense is. So in the last class we learned what is simple tense and what is past tense. So before we move on, I'm gonna tell you 3 objectives of today. So can Kelly please read number 1?
Okay. Students will be able to know the differences between simple tenses and the perfect tenses by direct instruction.
Okay, number 2 please, Catherine.
Students will be able to understand what the present perfect tense is, when they use it, and how to make it by teaching, modeling, and individual activities.
Good. Number 3 please.
Students will be able to explain the present perfect tense to their classmates by filling the blanks through the worksheet.
Okay, so we're gonna do these 3 things in this class. So before we learn about the present perfect tense, I'm gonna do a quick review of the last class. So in the last class, we learned what's simple tense and what's past tense. So all verbs, they have 3 different forms. The first one is simple, the second one is past, and the third one is past participle. So for example, simple tense, we have go, right? What is the past tense of go? Went. Good job. This is what we learned last class. Okay. So we have be. What is the past tense of be? Verb be. We have 2, right?
Was.
Yeah. One is was.
Were.
Good job. The second one is were. This one was for the singular, right? This one was for the plural. Good job. Like this, we learned what is simple tense and what is past tense is. So today, I'm gonna move on to the past participle, which is the 3rd verb form. So does anyone know what is the past participle of verb go? Go, went, gone. Good job. It's okay if you don't know it, it's okay. We're gonna learn it today. Okay? And what is the past participle form of the verb be? Be, was, were, and
I think it's the same.
it's been. Yeah, it's okay not to know. So these kind of thing we call past participle. Okay, so I will shorten it to PP. I will call it PP. Okay, so I guess you guys all know about what is simple and past tense is. So today we are going to learn present perfect tense. Does anyone know what is present perfect tense is? So past tense means something that happened in the past, only in the past, right? So like here, we have past tense. Yeah, Catherine!
So is present perfect tense
Mhm.
like if no it's not.
So you
If
can go
you did
Uh-huh.
if you were gonna do it in the present,
Right!
like but you don't really okay, I'm just gonna
It's
stop
okay.
there. Okay.
Really close to the answer.
Okay.
So past tense, we have Like example, I did my homework. It's already done in the past, right? But when we use present perfect tense, something happened in the past is going on until now, up to now. So something happened in the past continue to the present, or it has relevance or connection to the present. So it has duration like this. So when we use present perfect tense, we have a formula. So first, you use has or have. When do we use has? Can someone guess? Singular, right? If the subject is singular, we use has. If the subject is plural, we use have. Plus, we use past participle, which I call PP. The form is like this: gone, been, something like that. So, this chart shows you about perfect tense. So something happened and then it continued to present. And this one we're gonna learn it the next class. So as we talked about earlier like this, verb, it has two kinds of verbs. First, regular verbs. Second, irregular verbs. So regular verbs, they have a base form of verb, which is number one verb, and then they just put ed at the end for the second and third verb. Can someone bring up an example of a regular verb?
Walk.
Walk. Right.
And then it's walked.
Good job. Yeah. Like this verb, it is the base form of the verb, right? And then because it's regular verb, we just put ed at the end for the second and the third verb. So you just need to remember, put ed at the end for the regular verbs, right? It's more easier than irregular verb. Irregular verb is what we earlier talked about this. It has three different forms of the verb form like this. Okay. So now we're gonna see an example of using present perfect tense and the simple past tense. Kelly, would you read it for me?
Tom is looking for his key. He can't find it. He has lost his key. This means that he doesn't have his key now.
Yeah. The reason why we use present perfect tense here instead of using just the past tense is because he lost his key, right? But we didn't use lost here. It's because now he's still looking for his key and he doesn't have his key. So the past event is still affecting to the present, right? That's why we use has lost, which is present perfect form, right? And because he is subject, singular subject, right? That's why we use has instead of have, right? And then we use past participle, which is lose, lost, lost. We use this past participle form. Did you guys understand? Good job. Okay. Well, let's see the next paragraph. Catherine, would you read it for us?
Now Tom has found his key. He has it now. Has he lost his key? No, he has found it. Did he lose his key? Yes, he lost his key. But now he has found it.
Yeah. So he lost his key in the past, right? This is only for the past. But now he has found it because he found it in somewhere. He lost his key and he found somewhere between in the past, and then now he has his key, right? So this event has been ongoing. That's why we used has found it. Okay. So now I'm gonna let you know what signal words can be used for the present perfect tense. So these are the signal words that tell you this is referring to the present perfect tense. So let's see. Can Sheila read it for us? Alrighty.
Just, yet, not yet.
Ever.
Ever, never, so far, till now, up to now. Once, many times, several times before. Recently, lately, of late. Since, for, etc.
Yeah. So these signal words let you know this is the present perfect tense, which means something happened in the past still affects to your present. So now I'm gonna let you know 3 magic steps that help you to make present perfect form. Present perfect form. Yeah. So the base formula was has, have, plus past participle of a verb, right? And the first, you need to identify the time expression, which was, we just learned it, since, up to now, for, etc. Then, second, after you identify the time expressions, you need to determine if the subject is singular or plural. If it's singular, you use has. If it's plural, you use have. Okay? And the last step is decide the verb form of past participle, which was the third one, like gone, been. Yeah. So now I'm gonna model you how to fill the blanks with using the present perfect tense. So just remember these 3 steps. And I'm gonna model you. Okay. First, make a double line under the time expression, right? So in this sentence, time expression is since 1980, right? Because since was the time expression, so I'll make a double line, right? And then the second one, Then fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. So here it gave us leave. This is the base form of a verb, right? I always see my subject. My subject is the athletes, right? The athletes is plural. So I choose have. Right. And then what's the next step? Decide the verb form of past participle. Leave is a regular verb, which means leave. Good job. Just put ed at the end and then leave. So this one was the past participle, right? So I put here. So I found the answer. So the answer is the athletes have lived in the capital city since 1980. I'm gonna show you the timeline. So since 1980, this is the past. The athletes, they have lived in the capital city until now. Got it? Okay. Now it's your turn. I'm gonna have Catherine to come up and solve this problem using these 3 steps. Okay, can you please come up? Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So I identify the time expression
Yeah,
since
good job.
she graduated from YUY, and then there's only one person,
Good job.
Miss Amy, so it's singular.
Good job.
And then because it's singular,
Mm-hmm.
I would do has,
Good job.
and then this
Mhm.
teaches a regular verb, I suppose.
Good. Yeah.
So it would be has taught.
Taught. Good
Is
job.
that how you spell taught?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job. So can you explain it to your classmates with a loud voice? Okay.
This is my loud voice.
Yeah.
Since is our time expression, which we identified in the last one, so I underlined it. And Miss Amy is one person, so it's singular. So we would use has. So I wrote that there. And then our verb is teach, but it's irregular. So I had to pull it from my memory bank and write it down right here.
Good job. Questions? Yay! Good job. You guys are awesome. Okay. Next, we're gonna have one more person to solve this problem. Okay, Aubrey, can you please, Aubrey, can you please come up and solve the problem?
Okay, so identify the time expression. Since, so far,
Yeah.
and it is singular because the soccer team.
Yes, singular.
And this is an irregular,
Verb.
so I have to change it.
Yes.
So it is has lost.
Good job. Good job. Can you explain to classmates? Yeah. Let's listen.
I identified the time expression, and it is so far. Then I determined if it was singular or plural, and it's singular. And then decide the verb, and it's irregular, so has lost.
Good job. Fantastic. Yeah. So as Aubrey said, so far was the time expression. irregular verb. So the three step is loose, closed, closed. And we use the last verb form, which is past participle. So she put here. So she did a good job. Now I'm gonna give you the individual worksheet. There you are. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to complete that worksheet. Very awesome. Good job. Are you good? Are you good? Okay. Good job. Because it's only present perfect tense, you should use have, has, or and the verb. Yeah. Everyone, just let you know this is the present perfect tense. All of that,
Does it make sense? If you try it,
yeah, all of that has or had plus past participle form. Okay. It is makes sense,
Okay.
even though you could just past tense, but because it's present perfect, yeah, sorry. I should have told you before.
I don't even remember learning this ever.
I was just learning this like last week.
I
for my
know.
son's homework.
Yeah. Because this class is for the second language learner. That's why you guys might not know the terms. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think they taught me in elementary school, but I don't remember ever learning it. Like I remember learning it in French though.
Wow. Yeah, like all Asian countries, they learn this all the grammar.
It's always like, cause I learned it, French is my second language, so they teach you like, it's called something else, but I suppose it's past participle and like all that, but for French. So,
Okay.
but in
Now
English,
time's up, and let's check the answers together. Number 1, what was the time expression?
Several times.
Good job. Several times was the time expression. And then the subject we is plural. Right. So we put have here and try because it's regular verb. Right. Try. Right? So we're gonna use try here. So the answer is have tried. Right? Okay, the number 2. Kelly.
The time expression is so, right?
Time expression
Ready,
is
ready.
all of his life. Yeah.
And then because my father is a singular, Yes. And walk is a regular verb, so it's walked.
Good job. Awesome. Okay. Number 3, Catherine.
Okay. So rats and mice. So the time thing is since the whatever period,
Yeah.
and then what is it? Oh, plural, rats and mice.
Good job.
So it'd be have,
Good.
and then existed is a regular verb, so you'd add an ed.
Right. You guys are awesome. Okay, number 4, Aubrey.
Has learned because George is a singular
Right.
and since is the
Time expression.
yes,
Yeah.
has learned.
Okay.
ED.
Okay, learn is regular verbs. So
Yes.
learn. Okay, number 5, Boki.
And the time thingy is since.
Good. Time expression is this.
And it's just one person. Oh, boys, many.
Yeah, many. Which means plural, right?
Yeah.
So
So the boys have visited.
good. Have visited because it's regular verb. Good job, you guys. Awesome. Okay.
Question.
So yeah, you have a question?
I don't know if it's a real question and if I'm gonna sound dumb.
Yeah.
When would you use learned with a T?
Learned?
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
No, we use learn, learned, learned.
There's no learned.
Yeah.
You could use it.
No,
No,
it's good
it's
question.
okay.
Yeah, good question
Learned?
always.
Learned.
This is regular.
That's true.
I've been using learn before.
Okay, just
Never mind.
yeah. Because English is second language of us, you know?
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so hard
okay.
for me sometimes.
It's okay, yeah.
Okay.
So let's review again and then we're gonna finish our class.
I still spell things.
So from today's lesson, you guys need to know what's the present perfect form. So as I told you, this form infers that something happened in the past, but it has continuity or connection to the present. So we use have or has depending on what subject is, and we use past participle of the verb form. And then just remember the 3 magic steps, which was identify the time expression, determine subject is singular or plural, and then decide the verb form of past participle. Okay, thank you guys. You guys were awesome.
Thank you.